I give up. Should we start? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so overwhelmed by the love that I got for my first YouTube video. And I thank everybody for subscribing and supporting and just, all the positive vibes and comments and feedback that I've got over the past week. And we are back, and I'm back with some interesting guests over here. These are faces you're going to see often when I need opinions from different people on different subjects. These will be familiar faces on the channel. Hopefully you'll be blessing me with your presence.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, so I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves and a little bit of what they do, and then we can delve into the topics we are going to talk about today. Let's start from the right.
Okay. Hi guys. My name is Safra Bahumura and I'm a journalist living here in Uganda.
Nice.
I'm Natasha. I'm a master's student, just figuring out life here in Uganda as well.
We have similar interests. We love books. We love writing, journalists, and a scholar over here. When we grow up,
I should just move to journalism.
you're literally a journalist because you contribute a lot to our writings and editings and all that. So today we are going to talk about interesting topics. Yeah? Well, they're interesting to us. I don't know. I hope other people find them interesting. And you know a bit about the topics.
Yeah.
And then there are some topics like I just hinted, but I just want your perspective on all these different things. And the first topic we are going to talk about is female friendships. Yeah? So personally, I think 95% of my friends are women and girls, ladies. But then there's this, I would say, an opinion that people usually throw out about how female friendships are not real, or they are not that serious, and anytime your friends are going to stab you in the back and stuff like that, which I feel does not necessarily apply to me. Yeah. So I'd like to know, what are other people experiencing from these female friendships? Yeah.
I think 97% of my friends as well are female, and they've lasted longer than the male friendships I've had over the years. And so far, I've heard of that narrative of stab you in the back and be careful, but so far I've been lucky enough not to experience something like that. What I've experienced is friends fading away over time, or not putting enough intention into friendships, not putting enough those details like support and trying to deepen the friendship. Some friendships are very surface level. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
And those are the hardships I've found with female friendships, but not yet the backstabbing, and maybe I wouldn't know about it.
Yeah.
But I haven't yet experienced that. So there's little petty things that go on here and there. Maybe a friend is going through something and you give her advice, and those things of your guy is doing this, and then she's she goes and tells the guy, and then you're like, oops, your friendship is now in jeopardy. You're like, where do I stand?
Because of a man.
Such things, because of a guy. So over the years I've also learned to first analyze people and be like, is this information the person would want? Is it my place to share this?
How do you deliver? What's your delivery like?
How do you deliver? Will someone take your intentions the way they are?
Yeah.
Or will you just seem like you're over, you're just entering people's space that you shouldn't really be in? So that's a topic that's it's very dear to me, because I value female friendships, but it's a work in progress to get them better to that place where they're flourishing and all that.
And Natasha, what would you say your experience with female friendships has been?
Okay, so like I think I grew up being a boys girl. Like I used to be like most of my friends were boys.
Yeah.
And I always felt like it was because boys used to focus like less on, I had that stereotype on the drama and
Yeah.
like looks or something like
Yeah.
that, and boys were just really much easier to
Get
talk to
along.
and be in the moment with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I felt like with boys you're like, oh, let's play video games, let's go eat, and that was it. But then with girls there's all these like things of group things.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to the bathroom, let's all go together. If we're doing this, like there was a lot of like things that you
Yeah.
had to do that were in a group. But
Yeah.
with a guy, it was easy for your individual personality to stand out.
Mm.
And then I got like into feminism, and then I would hear all these things about like female sisterhoods and stuff like that, and women are supposed to be like really great.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I felt on one hand it was true because I come from a family of women, and
Yeah.
I love my cousins and I love my sisters, but I also felt it was kind of gaslighting women who had indeed been in friendships with women and they had been backstabbed, or they had been some sort of competition, or there had been some switch up, or if you weren't like good in a group. So I feel like at the end of the day, honestly, like I'm not a essentialist where I feel like someone is good because they're a woman or someone's good because they're a guy.
Yeah.
I feel like you really just have to give people a chance to see what they're like. But I also have learned that nurturing female friendships, because there's stuff guys, they just never gonna understand no matter how hard you try.
Right.
And I feel like it's important to keep like female friendships.
One thing I wanted to ask, because you mentioned about some friendships fading as
Yeah.
you grow older,
Yeah.
right? So there's this, I don't know if it's a divide
Yeah.
or just a thing, yeah, where when some people get say married
Yeah.
or have kids, they kind of drift away.
Yeah.
So we're not married,
Yeah.
people over here, but what do you
As
think
far as we're
causes this?
concerned.
Is
Yeah.
it too much responsibility? Is it because I see arguments online, obviously, where people are like, okay, you're just being selfish if you expect people
Someone
to show up for
continue.
you like that
Yeah.
when they have a family to take care of, or
Yeah.
when they have, kids to take care of. What do you think about that?
Mm.
Can someone still nurture a friendship
Yeah.
even when they are,
Yeah.
having a family?
Yeah.
Or people that are not married
Mm.
or don't have responsibilities
Yeah.
like a family to take care
Yeah.
of, how do they keep that
The
friendship?
friendship. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's very possible to keep like the friendships that you had before, but it will definitely be harder now you have like, a husband and children. So it's about being intentional about those friendships. Like, yes, you're busy, but say maybe once a week I'll meet up this person or I'll do this. But it's definitely going to be harder. Maybe your priorities have changed, but always remember that like you need someone in your life apart from a husband and children. Like you need people that you're going to share different sides of you with. You need people that you just need a whole support system that's more
Yeah.
than what you're with every day, who you're with every day, the conversations, the what. So I think it's really important. So those things might slide away as you grow up, but it's always good to be intentional. I think about every relationship in life, including female friendships, because there are a lot of things that they nurture. Like there are a lot of things they say being around women will bring out in you that you can't really get around men or your kids.
Yeah.
So,
So this one will go to you, yeah? I don't know. It could be like just my observation, because I'm a very observant person, yeah? So sometimes, when you're all maybe in relationships but they haven't taken that step yet, or you're single, and like one person in the circle is, getting married, and then you all come together, or like having a baby, you all come together, do like baby showers, blah blah blah, and then the events happen, and then like you don't, there's a way like people make that step and alienate themselves from the
everyone.
friendship, as if they are kind of too busy, for the friendship, right? Which I feel there's actually always a conflict between people that are unmarried and people that are married. Yeah, not so much about kids, because most single parents that I've been friends with, we still like keep in touch, check
Yeah.
out their babies, you know, buy them things and stuff like that. But when that step of marriage comes, people run to get friends that are married,
Ooh, yeah. And who
To
are in
get
their new
into
status.
circles.
Yes.
to get into circles of people that are now married,
Yeah.
you know, as if they have made like this life change.
Yeah.
Which they
Tell
have,
me
but
about
it's too
this.
much.
Yeah.
No, I
yeah.
have like no, I'm like that's an issue that really like really pisses me off. But I feel like there's a way that if you're single, if you're not married,
Yeah.
or you're even, I feel like just with women, whenever women get I'm sorry, I don't mean to stereotype because but like most of our friends, when women get into relationships, they mold into their boyfriend. Does that make sense? Like they change, or they do more for the
Like
guy,
everything is about them
than
and
the
they-
guy does. And so naturally, from the time your girl gets into a relationship,
Yeah.
you're gonna see a lot of distance between you and her. And then I feel like married people have a different status in society as single people. And then I feel like sometimes, unfortunately, some people feel they don't want their man around their single friends, or they don't want their man, or their man doesn't want their girl around girls that are still partying, girls that are still like meeting guys. So you
Yeah.
kind of get like,
So it's a
distance.
society thing.
Yeah, unsafe
So
rules.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like my friend was even telling me the other day that like for guys,
Yeah.
some guys actually get married to get taken seriously in the work field. So like they'll get more like serious proposals from guys and business. So
Even
like
Yeah.
being
salary
married
raises.
shows that like you have a different
So you
I've
think
heard.
it's the same for girls?
yeah. Girls' parents will tell them like, if like let's say you're not
I've
married
actually heard of
and
this.
you're
Yeah.
and you're hanging around with girls who are not married.
Yeah.
What are you gonna be doing? Like you're going to the club,
Yeah.
you're going to people are telling you
They
that's not
take
what a
you
married
less
woman
serious.
does.
So is this like to say that single people have no substance?
That
When
That's
to married,
yes.
not to married people, but yeah.
yeah, that's exactly.
But
I feel
also
so-
offended.
Also,
I-
to be something I've heard from someone who was married was that the reason they seek out these fellow married people is that the single people kind of cease to understand their problems. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm going through something as a married person, you won't really understand, so let me look for someone who's been through the same thing.
Yeah.
As a single person, maybe will say like, leave that guy, and they're like, I'm married, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
such things. So she said something like that, like, I'll choose to confide in someone who's married
Yeah.
than someone who they kind of think they've left you.
Like you don't
yeah,
understand
like
what
you
they're
wouldn't
what they're
understand.
going
So I
through.
don't know if that's
But it has
Hmm.
no basis in reality though, because I'm
Really?
saying there's not-
Exactly.
like why can't I understand your problems just because
you're not married.
yeah, and I feel like sometimes maybe they're anyway, but I guess it's our society.
Yeah.
But I have literally so many friends who have married, got a whole new set of friends,
Yeah.
do a whole new set of activities, and I'll look and I'll be like, but like
Yeah.
I really don't see what could have prevented me from doing that. Like I
Yeah.
don't need a man to
Yeah.
have done that with you.
Yeah.
I
Is it
don't
a
need to
respect
have-
thing? Like people respect couples more than like
Yes,
They
people
definitely do.
absolutely, our society definitely respects you more if you're married.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as a and especially as a woman, if you're like above, I think 25,
Yeah.
and you're still single, like you're still free, you're still,
Yeah.
and then also like now you become like I don't know, a threat, or like someone who
Mm.
can hit on their husbands, or
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
messes up
But
the
like,
dynamic.
according to, let's say, if Kaka was in a similar field, with you, and
Yeah.
then, like I wasn't. So if you wanted advice in that field, you would definitely go to her and not me. Something like that. That's what my friend was telling me.
Hmm.
But you've known your friend your whole life.
But because someone else has been through the same thing, like is going through the same struggles, like
yeah.
if she's also like maybe doing work or doing, the same work or the same degree or something like that,
But I was
you'd
thinking
most likely go to her
maybe also
for the
because
same
women
job.
compromise so much.
I feel
It
like
depends on
when
the-
I'm in
the
person.
relationships,
Marriage.
and people do relationships differently, right?
Yeah.
Some people, when they're in relationships, you don't hear from them as
Yeah.
often as possible.
Yeah.
You don't hear from them because they are busy, like they are now doing everything with their guys, right?
Yeah.
So can there be that incorporating? Because from a personal perspective, like if I'm dating someone, all my friends can hang with this person, right? we can plan activities, and I don't have to be like, oh, today I'll be with. I create
A
time for
friend
them, but like
yeah.
I don't put limits to where
Yeah, but
my
now
friends.
that goes back to what she was saying about that thing of like now the other single friends are kind of a threat. Like you're kind of a free spirit. You'll be like, you can hang out with the guy, you can, but
Yeah.
someone else will be like, no.
Maybe they're gonna hit on him.
That's
or
so
maybe they're
strange.
going. God, it's serious though. But also, it's that no. Like people want to say it's fake, but in Uganda it's valid because married men will hit on you. You'll be sitting with your friend and like you have dinner or something, and the guy is going to hit
the
on
next
you.
thing you know, and then the
Yeah.
girl is like, I don't want my friendship to die, so I'm
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Let me go home.
So oftentimes women choose their
Between-
men over their friends.
I don't know if it's men, but like I feel like as life gets like I don't know, as you grow older.
Yeah.
I mean, like when we were kids, like our friends are our whole lives. But I
Yeah.
feel like some people, when they grow older, they decide that your family is your whole life.
Yeah.
So I don't
And
think
you've
it's as
now started this family with this person, so
and you'll
that's
even
what you're
see,
focusing
like when you see the kind of leeway girls give guys,
Yeah.
you're like, if I had tried to do that to you, you would never
Yeah.
let me get away with it. But because
Yeah.
it's a guy
on.
and it's someone who they feel like is going to be the kid's father,
So
or
it's a
whatever, they
patriarchy
change.
thing.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't
it's-
think guys even like
guys don't even do
Guys
that.
don't
They
even
don't
lose
Guys
their
do
friends.
not do that.
They keep going
They
for boys'
stay,
nights.
yeah.
They
and-
go out till they're like 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But girls, they don't because
They
they're trying
hold
to be
on
the
to their-
perfect.
Woman and
So how do you think we can work on these friendships? Because we still want to have our friends, whether they are married or
I don't. I wait for them to. I wait for them.
Kaka has a
I wait for
married
their
friend who
relationships
she's
to
like,
fall.
No. I have many people around me that have gotten married, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I do make an effort to keep in touch with most of them, even the ones that we studied with in high school that I was close to.
Yeah.
I take the effort, but usually it's like one-sided effort, right?
Yeah.
Which, like, personally, I have a lot going on. I don't really be dwelling on, oh, this person doesn't check on me and all. But then, amongst friendships and people that I connect with and talk to, there's always that sort of drift between, single people and then people who are married. And I've had both perspectives.
Yeah.
And no, usually single people are like, oh, this person, since they got married, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. Then also the married people are like, oh, I've not seen this person in a while because
I'm not married.
yeah, like I'm busy with life. And then when single people like make it an issue, it's like they're entitled.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a community thing. It's more of a community thing. But I'm wondering if there can be like middle ground for like how we can mend these friendships or like keep a friendship going even when someone hits a big milestone, a life milestone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all your married friends will do that to you. I feel like some who value or who see like something in your friendship, they'll keep it up. And if they
Yeah.
don't, I feel like sometimes it's just good to let it go.
You let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just wish them well. Because now chasing them and then trying to fit in and
Yeah.
And even some
Like-
of them don't do it on purpose. They know this is the
Stage.
next step. When
Yeah,
you get
it's
into
a society.
it's a-
That's why I'm
it's in
like,
their
this
heads. It's
must
not like
be like,
intentionally I'm cutting you off. It's like
Yeah.
to be a good wife, I
I
have to do this.
wow.
and like how you said in the same field, they'd rather call someone with a baby
Yes.
Yeah.
to ask them how are you handling this than to
Yeah.
call you.
Yeah.
But
So
I
it's a society standard thing.
yep.
Wow.
Like
But
a
like you
lot
see,
of
you're
things.
different. You're in a relationship. You still call your friends. You
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
hang
We'll
out.
see when she gets
We'll
married.
see what she gets.
No, but see, yeah.
And she's like,
I
I
don't-
have this other married friend.
No, the thing with me, like, I feel like that could happen if I have a child.
Okay.
Because my single friend or like my friend that has no child can't give me advice about a child, right?
Yes.
And things to do about the child if they are young and all. But marriage, I feel like, anyway,
It's not
that's people who are not so rigid.
And here, it's like that whole money gap thing. As soon as
Yeah.
you get money, there's some friends you leave behind. So I feel like
Yeah.
that's the same with marriage.
Wow.
Why?
I mean, I
don't
don't
think
think,
I-
so, but
Yeah.
people do that.
Yeah, there are people that do that.
Yeah.
You're in a new place, and now you're like,
Yeah, just bring those people along with you.
Like more responsibilities, I guess. Well, that is one segment.